Welcome back. We got a support request here. Search for an important person. Who is this important person? Representative Campbell. Oh. It's not him, obviously. Is it not? Might be. Maybe he's missing. Who knows? I want to meet privately. I'm looking for someone important to me. Come at once. Address: Campbell Estate, Residential Street, Northwestern Crossbell City. Guys, do you have to leave again? Sorry, Kia. We've got something to take care of. We'll be back by evening, okay? Want us to buy a souvenir while we're out? No, you don't have to do that. Coming home safe is good enough for me. Kia. My heart. Her smile has pierced my very soul. The grim atmosphere ran away at the first sight of her smile. Huh? This is the house of Representative Campbell, who sent the request. Searching for someone important, right? Sounded like the representative was freaking out. Did it? It's not how it sounded to me, but okay. Hey, doesn't Els Gramps live around these parts? You happen to know this Campbell guy? Well, about as much as fellow neighbors would know each other. Representative Campbell is an ambitious man. He's so driven by his passion for politics that he often brushes aside everything else. I see. That matches the way I had envisioned him in my head. Either way, he's requesting our assistance. Let's try asking about it if he's home. I imagine he is, considering he sent the request. The doors are open, finally. Look at these Calvard spies. It makes sense. It makes sense that there's Calvard spies here. You see? Well, this is ominous. It's reminding me of a certain mayor's house in Rouen. The port city. Let's just do some snooping. We've been allowed entry apparently, so let's do some snooping. Can we read the diary? Might be important. It's got a teapot, I saw that. Oh, hello. Unbelievable. What a foolish thing to do. We must find a way to retrieve her. Representative Campbell. Excuse me, gentlemen. We're here regarding the support request. Ah, you're the CPD's something or other section? What a relief. We were becoming so desperate that we'd be willing to scrape the bottom of the barrel. Just a moment. Are you not Elie McDowell's granddaughter? Why have you come with them? It's been some time, Representative. As it stands, I am currently employed by the CPD. I visit you as a detective of the SSS today. Is that the case? So be it. I suppose the mayor is neutral. Nothing to be concerned about then. But Representative, the Imperial faction's cunning members rely on underhanded tactics. What if they catch winds of this incident? Guessing this could blow up into a major political fallout, El? It's possible. Talking to Diet members always makes me feel uncomfortable. Excuse me, Representative Campbell. Could you describe the situation to us in great detail? You have a troubled look on your face. You seem to recall the support request seeking assistance in searching for an important person. As you are, I've run into a bit of a snag. I suppose I have no choice but to explain the situation to you. But let me make one thing clear to you. This is a politically sensitive matter. The Republican faction has been placed into a difficult situation. This must remain strictly confidential. Understood. We'll promise to keep this under wraps. We swear to remain silent about the investigation, Representative. Very well then. Listen up. A certain member of our faction has disappeared. Could you elaborate? It so happens to be my very own daughter. She has run away from home along with our maid. This dude's still acting pompous after his daughter pieced out. It's politician. My daughter, are you referring to Carla? We were classmates in Sunday school. Oh, really? Well, the representative and his daughter have never been on particular good terms. Their relationship seems to be entirely comprised of petty arguments. However, the timing couldn't be worse. Our main supporter, Heiwei, was raided this morning. Was it? Oh. Dealing with the aftermath has been cumbersome. That utterly foolish daughter of mine. I would normally leave her to her own devices during a hectic period like this. However, recent reports have shown the Mafia's spats becoming more dangerous. It's far too dangerous to leave two girls wandering around on their own. Yeah, I'd be worried about your daughter's well-being if I were you too. Not only that, but if this were to become publicized, the Imperial faction could use it as ammunition against me. You can't put your guard down during the Diet, so I'd prefer to avoid any scandals. And with that, I request you, the SSS, to discreetly apprehend and return my daughter to me. It all comes down to protecting his reputation, then. I suppose that's how these bigwigs think. I already assumed as much. Well, it's clear that you're concerned for her. There's a fair chance she might be in harm's way, after all. Am I speaking to Randy about that? Agreed. We understand the situation, sir. We accept your request to search for your daughter. Oh, thank Adios. Bring her back immediately. Yeah, it's like, I can't promise we'll be able to do it quickly. But we'll locate your daughter and provide protection until we've safely brought her home. Very well. I suppose I'll leave it to you then. Proceed, however you like. I believe his daughter left a note in her room. Ah. The note may prove useful towards your investigation. Thank you for letting us know. We'll take a look at it then. Speak to you guys first, though. Representative Campbell runs a strict household. For instance, he'll enforce small rules like everybody having to eat breakfast together. My God. It's actually quite obvious that his daughter despises such trivialities. I see. His suffocating nature could be the reasoning behind their discord. And despite that, she still adhered to his rule and joined him for breakfast. How am I privy to such knowledge? I ate breakfast with them, of course. Of course. Between Hayway and issues with the Diet, you have much to deal with at the moment. Proceed with the investigation as you would. I urge you to pursue the matter discreetly, so as to not alert the Imperial faction. Very well. Between the Diet meeting and the Hayway incident, this morning was absolutely exhausting. I had even more appointments in the afternoon, so I came to rest at home for a bit. When I did, I couldn't find my daughter or her maid anywhere. Became suspicious when I saw a note she left behind. Guess she's the defiant type. I doubt he'd have any idea as to where she would go. My daughter and maid were nowhere to be found upon my return home this afternoon. I'm relying on you to find her for me. I don't allow the Imperial faction to use this as ammunition against me. Is he more concerned for his career than his daughter's well-being? It may be an act, but I don't know. Looks like she left her message in this notepad. It's a book, but, it's pad works. Let's see what it says. I've had enough of you, Father. Feel free to do as you like, just as I intend to do so now. Carla! Yes, I brought the maid with me. If you're bothered that your meals will no longer be made for you, then I'm glad. Where do we even begin? Classic case of apple not falling far from the tree. She's not any less selfish than him. Yeah. Representative Campbell is the type to put his work ahead of his home life. And now that I think about it, Carla would often complain about her father in Sunday school. I'd be surprised if a sudden falling out caused her to run away from home. However, the notebook fails to provide a clue about where we should begin the search. The only detail given was that she ran away from home by her own volition. Based on her note, I think it'd be fair of us to assume something. Well, yeah, she suddenly ran away from home, yeah. She must have ran away unexpectedly. As Elie mentioned, a sudden falling out may have caused her to run away. It's probably like the idea was in her head, but she didn't plan it, so. She was pretty angry, too, based on the note. I would consider that a reasonable deduction. I figure if she planned this whole thing out, the note would have been longer and filled with more resentment. How long ago do you think she ran away from home? Hope it hasn't been too long. Our search will be much more difficult if she's gone far. Good question. Going by what the representative told us, they probably left. Ooh. It's gotta be... It's like, yeah, it's just now. It's like, no, it's gotta be this morning. She was present for breakfast, but she had left by the afternoon. I think it's safe to conclude that she departed sometime in the morning. Should still be able to catch up with her. Still don't know where the hell she ran off to, though. I think we should ask her friends about it. Maybe they got a clue or two for us. No, I don't think we have time for that. Consider the circumstances, there's definitely a place she would have visited. We know she left this morning without having planned to. Considering that, there's one place in particular she'd likely had to visit. Oh yeah, the IBC, because she need to get money, yeah. The IBC, right? Makes sense to me. Our escape probably needed some dough for her getaway. Suppose that's the most logical step she would take, eh? If she suddenly left, then she wouldn't have much time to pack. The IBC is certainly a possibility. Shall we depart for the IBC then? She may still be there. Yeah, let's get there ASAP. Alright, we made it. It always feels like they're running a huge-ass facility when we come here. I presume the representative's runaway daughter may have stopped here. Shall we inquire with the receptionist? Yes, let's ask Lan Fei to see if she knows anything about it. That's the most logical thing to do, isn't it? Hi again, Miss McDowell. Do you need help with anything? Hi, Lan Fei. I'm just here to ask you a quick question. Did a lady by the name of Carla stop by here today? I think she may have been here with a maid. Oh, I do seem to remember Carla coming by earlier. She told me she had an urgent business to discuss. With Miss Croy. Rebel? Miss Croy consented to it, so I directed her to the top floor. This all happened about an hour ago. Do you mind if we go and ask Mariabell for some details? Truth be told, we're conducting an investigation. Oh yes, I think we should be okay to talk with her right now. I believe she's currently in the CEO's office. Thank you very much. Alright, let's get cracking. Let's head straight up then. 16th floor. Ding dong! There she is. I'm so sick of this. I've been stuck in meetings all day thanks to those Ravage buffoons. Fortunately enough, I don't think their little raid will affect our stock prices negatively. I almost want to kick down their door and demand compensation for all the hassle they put me through. My life never seems to get any easier. It's especially bad right now, since Father is away at the moment. Oh yes, did you need something, Elie? Judging by the crowd you brought with you, it doesn't seem to be a personal issue. Yes, there's something I need to ask you, Belle. Carla should have stopped by the IBC earlier today. Did you happen to see her? Carla. Oh yes, she's definitely came here not too long ago. I am acquainted with her, given that we're both in the upper echelons of society. She claimed she had an emergency and wished to speak with me directly. She proceeded to withdraw every last mirror out of her savings account. Damn, we were right on the money. You're literally right on the money now because it's the bank and you're at the top. Why did she have to speak directly to you for that, Mariabell? You think the receptionist would have been able to handle her request just fine? It has to do with the amount she withdrew. Under normal circumstances, you need to fill out the appropriate paperwork. Today was an exception. As you might be able to surmise, I am unable to disclose the exact amount she withdrew. That said, it was in the hundreds of thousands of mirror. That is an exorbitant amount of money. The truth is, Carla is attempting to run away from home. You've been tasked with bringing her back safely. Do you know where she might have gone, Belle? Oh, well, that would explain her rash behavior. While judging by the amount she withdrew, I would assume she's planning to relocate to a foreign country. Check the ports, train station. That could be it. It is possible she had a destination in mind? Well, now that I think about it, I recall a conversation between her and her maid about sightseeing in Grensel, so that would therefore be the airport. I believe Carla ordered her maid to make hotel reservations there. Grensel? Isn't that Liberl's capital city? So she's ditching this joint for Liberl. She must have departed from the airport then. We may be able to arrive in time if we proceed with haste. Let's notify the airport's receptionist. Right, we have to hurry. We're sorry to have to bother you. We appreciate your cooperation. See you later, Belle. Sure. They sure know how to keep busy. Phew, going on a day trip to Remiferi is as exhausting as it sounds, trust me. Ain't got time for this, mate, we're busy. Okay, the wifey's waiting back home for me. I ought to get there ASAP, so the two of us can relax together. Ain't got time, mate, I'm busy. Right. Dang it. I was wanting to stay in Crossbell for a little while longer. Why can't you? Hurry up! If we don't board soon, we're going to miss our flight. Hey, it's up to Anton whether he wants to stay depressed forever or actually learn from his rejection this time. Guess I'll keep watching after the poor guy. I'm his only friend after all. Wait, that's sad in itself. Oh hey, thanks again for all your help yesterday. Anton, are you returning home? Sadly so. There's nothing left for me here since Fran rejected me and all. Truly unfortunate. Oh, don't worry about me. I'm used to this sort of thing. Seeing that pure smile form on her lips as she talked about the person she loves. It basically killed me inside. The person she loved. Should we tell him that she meant the Sergeant Major? Quit while you're ahead. That talk would probably get a little more confusing than we want to deal with. Agreed, I feel horrible for him. Feel like that it's for the best. No! You cruel people! I don't like the SSS anymore, they were cruel to Anton. A brutal rejection in Liberl, and a gentle one in Crossbell. Hey Ricky. What's there to live for now? What am I supposed to do? Head to Erebonian? Oftentimes, wealthier passengers like to take their pets with them on their flights. They have to be placed in special cages due to our baggage rules. All the barking and crying can be a bit of a handful when that happens. It doesn't bother me too much, but it'd be nice if they could keep it down. No, the owner is, or her, pet haven't done anything wrong, but still. Personally, I'd rather not handle someone else's pet. That's just me. Question is, do we want to go up? That sort of thing, like, I want to make sure I speak to everyone here first, so... Here at the ticket counter, we handle ticket sales, immigration registration, and baggage claim. You are in charge of transporting your baggage to your destination. I assure you, it is safe with us. On top of handling tickets, we are also in charge of loading passengers' baggage into the ships. Feel free to ask us for our help if you're transporting heavy baggage on your flight. I was worried that was going to happen. Excuse me, do you have a moment? We have a bit of an emergency. Oh dear, what is it? You see, an individual by the name of Carla Campbell should have boarded an outgoing flight to Liberl. We're wondering, has that airship finished boarding yet? You said Carla Campbell. If you give me a moment, please. I'm terribly sorry, but Carla Campbell wasn't listed as a passenger. Huh. Are you positive? That's strange. I could have sworn that she planned on taking this flight. Me too. There's only one flight scheduled today that's heading for Liberl, right? Correct, and it hasn't departed yet. Pardon me? Hello? I knew it. You're the police, aren't you? No? Wait, aren't you Marcia? One of the maids at Representative Campbell's mansion? Are you the maid that ran away with Carla? Yes, that's right. You see, Lady Carla never intended to go to Liberl in the first place. There's many a rumor she spread to throw her father off her tracks. Devious. In actuality, she plans to live in the home of an acquaintance in the Republic. She's going to Calvard. Crap, she must have gone to the station then. If you hurry, you might make it in time. I'm sorry, my lady has caused so much trouble for everyone. If at all possible, please bring Lady Carla back home. Despite what she says, she doesn't really want to leave Crossbell. So she's still got some regrets, huh? Well, time to roll. We'll bring her back for you, don't worry. If she's Republic-bound, the train will be departing in a matter of minutes. There's no time to waste then. Oh no, I want to go upstairs in the station. Thanks, Marcia. You're a big help. Marcia, could you go inform the representative of what's happened? You can leave bringing Carla back to us. Okay, please. I'm leaving Lady Carla in your hands. Air travel has become quite pleasant over the past few years, hasn't it? The goddess dwells in the sky, you know. Perhaps we have received her blessing through our endeavors. That's it. That's all I was worried about. Haven't seen that type of airship in so long. We're about to start investigating that mess with the Mafia. Are you in a hurry or something? I mean, yes. We need to speak to everyone first, though. We plan to split the workload with Wenzel and the others, and then start our investigation. Let us know if you figure anything out. We still don't have any concrete leads about the pills. Let's not mention that to them yet. You know how the relations between Erebonian and Campbell were pretty bad around the time of the 100 Days' War, right? Were they? During that period, railway operations shut down and travellers lingering in Crossbell were forced to stay put. Afterwards, the system was revised to prevent a similar situation from ever happening again. I want to know how was it, what changes were made? The Calvard-bound passenger train will soon be departing from Platform 1. If you have to board, please hurry or wait for the next train. Get by here. Crossbell times 7. Just intriguing what you can buy from this shop. Okay, Grandpa, we made it to the station. I wish you didn't have to leave for work, but have a safe trip. The Imperial Company I used to work for when I was younger still contacts me for advice fairly often. It's a demanding job, but it keeps me sharp. My age is more than welcome. Heads up, an Erebonian-bound train will be making a short stop for inspection soon. Stay sharp and keep your eyes peeled, got it? Oh, he's always so strict. I know what to do. Thanks for helping out with that Republican train inspection. You look as busy as always, Quattro. I wouldn't say that. Compared to the chaos that was the anniversary festival, this has been a walk in the park. Yeah, that would be a bit... Ooh. My boyfriend, well, ex-boyfriend, dumped me, so I've decided to try to ease the heartbreak by travelling abroad. This isn't the end for me. Just watch, I'll find a foreign guy at least 10 times as cool as that jerk. Oh, if only you met up with Anton, you might be a match made in heaven. We know nothing about her, but still. I'm planning to visit Calvert's Eastern Quarter. If I can get Tinkers to see the Gambler Jack stage play, that'd be great. It was based off the best-selling novel of the same name. Was it now? Oh, excuse me. I understand you may be in a hurry, but please try to refrain from running on the platforms. Fine, I'll run on the tracks instead. We'll see how that works out. Excuse me, could you wait a moment? Attention all passengers, attention all passengers. Please step back from the edge of the platform once the departing train's bells begin to ring. Refrain from leaning forward at all times as high-speed trains pass through. Thank you for your understanding. Anyway, please don't lean forward while on the platform. High-speed trains tend to speed through without warning. I've had 6 people this week lose their head. You are? Platform 1, the train bound for the Republic, is now departing. If you are not boarding the train, then please step back to the center of the platform. Yo, hold up. Isn't that the train that the representative's daughter is riding? Looks like we still have a bit of time, so let's board. But the bells! I hear them. Oh dear. We're going to Calvard, everyone! Yay! Always wanted to go to Calvard. We cut that close. I wonder if we'll get in trouble for not following protocol. Officers should be allowed to board trains during emergencies, so you don't have to worry about that. However, the problem remains. What do we do now? Plan was to convince Carla to return home, correct? Yeah, well, we can't ride on this train forever, you know. We've still got to drop off those drugs that sent Ursula, ain't that right? That's true. Never come this far to simply give up. Yeah, I know. The next stop is Altair, located at the western edge of Calvard. We should have about 30 minutes. Until then, let's keep trying to persuade her to come home. Roger. I'm no quitter. Why do they keep calling him Roger? Alright. Hope our words can get through to her.
Wow, incredible.
Start behaving right this instant.
What?
I'm returning home to Altair after a nice short vacation.
My wife and kid are waiting for me.
I can't wait to see their faces again.
Oh.
That inspection officer was eyeing everyone up and down. I know it's a routine thing, but it still grinds my gears. Fair enough. I'm sure I'm patient. We still have a long way to go before we reach the Republican capital, so we should relax a bit. Except no. Planning our big railway trip. Gotta capture every moment. I'm so excited for this girl's only trip. Trust me, my husband would have been a massive buzzkill. When you talk Calvard, you have to mention their gourmet dishes. Of course, their hot springs too. This place is pretty glum. Makes it sort of hard to read in peace. Maybe I should move to a window seat. You can still see out, Hello? It's Carla. Hey, you finally found her. Now we must have to persuade her to return home. Odds of her listening to reason still seems slim. Arid State is my homeland. You see, that's where I'm taking my grandchild.
My grandpa's hometown sounds super awesome.
And stop talking about how huge the farms are there. Yay, farms. Can't get enough of those, I tell you what. Sorry, I can't. What? Let's try to convince Carla to return. If we take too long, we'll end up arriving in Altair. Good! Don't tell me Marcia missed the train. Guess I'm all alone now. Can I handle this? Long time no see, Carla. Ellie? What are you... what a coincidence, running into you here. Are these your friends? Or are you planning to spend a day or two in the Republic? I was planning to spend a day or two in the Republic. Well, Carla, how should I start this? We did not straight out, no. We're on a trip to the Republic. Wink. Yes, exactly. I thought it'd be fun to see the Republic's National Orchestra with everyone. Really? That we can accompany each other until we arrive at the Republican capital. I'm so thankful I ran into you, Ellie. Truth be told, I'm feeling a bit down. After all, I'm alone, on this giant train, and... Alright, it looks like we've lowered her guard. Why exactly are you here, Carla? Well, it's a long story. My father is always ordering me around, filling my life with rules and more rules. Ones he doesn't even respect himself. And this morning was a perfect example of it. I will never forgive him for what he did. Which was? Whatever it was, it sounds bad. After breakfast, he walked into my room without knocking. Huh? That's it? Of course it's not just that. What if I was changing? More importantly, Father's the one always lecturing me about how I should always knock, even though he throws a fit when I forget to do so. This morning he calmly strode into my room, commanding me to do this and that, and to attend a dinner party in the evening, and he pries into every single small detail of my private life, like he can't do anything but that. I can relate with how she feels, but this is nothing more than a misunderstanding between father and daughter. How should we handle this? Her father is to blame. Did you try looking at that's not the solution? Then your father's in the wrong. I can sympathize with you, Carla. You think so too? I knew leaving home was the right decision. Still, it's the first time I've ever left Crossbell. And the only reason I decided to go through with this plan was because Marcia said she'd accompany me. I think I get the gist of this mess, but she still looks hesitant, right? She never had the strongest heart to begin with. Sure, she ran out of the house in a hurry, but I bet with every step, she became more and more uneasy. And she should almost be at her breaking point. Well yeah, Marcia's still behind, so... I was wondering why I still hadn't seen Marcia. No, she must have betrayed me, didn't she? Unacceptable. I specifically ordered her not to tell anyone. Please calm down, Carla. It's true that Marcia informed us of the situation. It's only because she's worried sick about your safety. Despite what she says, she doesn't really want to leave Crossbell. Her words, not mine. Marcia. She really said that? I'm leaving Lady Carla in your hands. That was her farewell before we made our way to the station to find you. I think it'd be best if you had another talk with your pops. Instead of running away, and you feel better to say what you want to say to his face. You may be right. I'd start to think that there was no one at my side. But if Marcia is waiting for me, I don't mind returning home. Perhaps, could you stay with me a bit longer and let me get everything out of my system? Besides, I need to start thinking about what I should say to Father. Sure, we can do that. We should be near Altair. We still have the ride back. If you want the company, we'd be glad to oblige. So we did go to Calvard. We must have crossed the border in that time. Lloyd and the others transferred in Altair for the return trip. Then, 30 minutes later, phew, we're finally back. Well, various factors delayed our return. I'm sorry for the trouble I've caused. I truly thank you for listening to what I had to say. Please don't worry about it. Who's to say we can't handle consultations? You can count on the SSS to lend you an ear whenever you need it. Thank you. And where have you been, Missy? How dare you worry me at a time like this, you daft girl. Speak for yourself, Father. You couldn't even bother to find me yourself, so you sent the police in your stead. Excuse me, Lady Carla. My apologies, I was just so terribly worried. So you were in on it too, Marcia. Forgive me. I'm still mad at you, but thank you, Marcia. Will you return to my side? Of course. I'd be happy to. Thank heavens. I think I finally made up my mind. I have a request, Father. You must knock every time you wish to enter my room. Every time, okay? In addition, you may no longer intrude upon my private life. And if you refuse, I'll be hopping back on that train, and I won't look back. And you have to stay home and behave yourself for a while first. Are you honoring my request, or are you refusing it? Well, I don't want to be worried or have another falling out. I'll accept your terms. So this is the power of something or of a section. For the time being, allow me to thank you for safely bringing my daughter home. However, not a word of this incident is to escape your lips to anyone. Am I understood? Yes, Your Majesty. Our lips are sealed, so you can rest easy. Fine then. We're leaving, Carla. You don't need to command me. Elie, everyone, until we meet again. I can't thank you all enough for all that you've done. Please feel free to drop by our house whenever you'd like. We'll welcome you with open arms. The two of them bowed deeply. I guess that settles that. Even though that took forever, I'm glad we helped him out. Judging by that conversation, I think they will work things out. What a relief. I hope you're right. I pray they'll be able to work out their differences. Anyway, Lloyd, we should get going now. There's still some requests we can finish up today. Yeah, good point. Get to it, guys.
こちらクロスベル警察です。それでは報告を承りますね。
Just the one, just the one.
さすが皆さんです。おめでとうございます。
Strike a P.
クラスサード、ロイドさん、やりましたね。
Not bad, not bad. Right, so that's us.
私もすぐにそちらにお届けしますね。
Alright.
お疲れ様でした。またよろしくお願いします。
Okay then. Well, that's us done for this part then. We still can't finish the creative cooks wanted, but we will see what we get up to in the next part. Ta-ta for now.